All right, Boston College, Georgia Tech. We've got Georgia Tech 2-point home favorites, 53 the total in this game. I'm going to come out and say it right now. I think wrong team's favored here. Now that Boston College has Phil Jerkovic back, who was a surprise return to the field last week, Friday night against Virginia Tech. And look, you could tell he was rusty as shit last week. You could tell after the injury, it wasn't his best. But I think even with his 7 for 13 performance last week, 112 yards, yeah, he was still better, believe it or not, than Grossell. And for some reason, I think the players rallied around him, and they weren't doing that with Dennis Grossell at quarterback. So you got to believe now, getting a game under his belt, he'll be better. And, they got some of the rust off. He's been out for a long time. It was a pretty significant injury he had. You got to figure he can be better here in this game against a Georgia Tech team that, actually, to be honest, Georgia Tech's defense has fallen apart. Going back to the Pitt game is where it started. They gave up 52 points to Kenny Pickett and the Panthers. After that, they barely beat a bad Duke team and give up 27 to them. They give up 48 to Virginia, 26 to a mediocre Virginia Tech offense, and then they give up 33 in a loss to Miami last week. This Georgia Tech defense has fallen on hard times, and there's no question who has the better defense in this game, and that is Boston College. So I like the Eagles here as a road dog. I just think they're the better team right now. With Jerkovic back, yeah, it was a rough first game against Virginia Tech, but he did what he had to do to get his team the win, and I think he'll be a lot sharper and more efficient here, second start, having one under his belt now. What do you think, Conor?
Yeah, having him back is huge. I mean, they couldn't do anything with the football. I don't know. I think they still might have won that football game, even with Jerkovic. Having him in, the whole red bandana, that whole thing. I think they're going to maybe win that. But they didn't need much, 17-3 in that ball game. Georgia Tech, it's all about Sims. I think Boston College can give it on the ground a little bit. This one's interesting. I can't lay it with Georgia Tech. Last week they covered, losing 33-30. But I don't trust Sims. Even laying 2 points, I just can't take him here. So if you look at Boston College, just take a money line in this ball game. I like Jerkovic. I'm a big fan of his last year. And with him out, they were just anemic on offense. So I think that gets better. They'll score here this week against Georgia Tech. I think they'll get 28 or more. Maybe look at this over. Could be sneaky, over 52.5.
Yeah, I mean, the over is the over. I think it could go either way with the total. It depends on what Georgia Tech's offense does against Boston College, a very good Boston College defense. That's going to determine it for sure.